Acid based here with Marco. Acid based here with Frank. So we're here with Marina.
I'm here with Sam.
Acid based here with Samir, freight carrier sitting with Fook. Acid based here with Duke. Acid based here with Augie. Acid based here with Hector. Acid based here with Dayan. Based here with Samir, the owner of Elysium Enterprises. How you doing, man?
Amazing, brother. How
nice to meet you for the first time, actually.
Absolutely.
Take me through your logistics journey. I mean, where did you start in logistics?
Yeah, so I started in, of course, like everybody else in Chicago.
Yeah, of course.
In 2015. Started driving a truck, of course, as a company driver for 45 cents a mile. Driving 2006 truck.
In 2018.
2015. So almost 10-year-old truck.
Almost 10-year-old truck. Was it a Volvo at least?
Absolutely.
Of course it was.
D12, yeah, D12, but I had a lucky day that I drove one of the first automatics.
Nice.
I was driving for almost 4 years, 3.5 years. And then,
straight company driver?
No. I was driving as a company driver actually, I think, like 6 months, then I become an owner.
You buy your truck, lease your truck?
Yeah, I bought my truck, my first truck, the white Volvo, of course, 2006.
Yeah, it has to be.
I call him Bellagio. And
why Bellagio?
Because Bela is the
Bela
is the white in Serbian. So it was like Bellagio. I drove that one, and I switched a couple of trucks till 2018, where they start putting ELDs.
Yeah.
And then I bought one 99 Volvo
So were you leased on to some MC? You started your own MC?
No, I was driving. First, I was driving in Maybach, the guys from Novi Sad. After that, I switched to a couple of small companies. And then I finished my career, and I was driving always in the companies from like 5 to 10, 15 trucks. I figured out that like the way how I was like owner operator, I was
not built for the megas, bro.
I was not built for the megas. I was really need a lot of attention. I was like, of course, dispatching
You're a Serbian driver.
I'm a Serbian driver. Like
there's not enough money. It's not enough money. It's not enough money. I'll stay empty. It's not enough money.
Yeah, the worst owner operator ever. And I was.
Hey, but you spoke English. So that's a good start.
Yeah, but like most of the dispatcher was speaking Serbian, so I didn't have
problem. You used the English.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so that was my biggest advantage when I came to Serbia, started dispatching, is because I don't speak great Serbian, so no one could give me Serbian drivers. It was actually like awesome, dude.
Yeah. So, but like Serbian drivers can drive like 5,000,
they're the best drivers
miles.
In the world. Yeah, they're the best drivers, but they're just difficult to deal with. Like they just want like the
we
most
know
money.
Better.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah. And I'm one of those, I swear. So I didn't want to like heavy loads. I didn't want to go to New York.
Yeah, under 30,000, no northeast. I want 3 per mile on every load.
Yeah. And on empty loads, everything. Yeah. So that was my policy, like everybody else. And then I was dispatching myself for a short period of time as well.
Yeah, that's a good. Okay. So take me through that. Did it work dispatching yourself?
Absolutely.
Nice, because I told all the hard drivers through my career, I'm like, just go dispatch yourself, dude.
No, absolutely. My math, I think it was good for me. If I could make more money with the dispatch, for sure, because it's their job to look at the board the whole day, every day, and they know what's going on.
All day when you're loading, unloading,
and they
driving.
have a friend who also maybe have some load that they don't have. So like the whole logistics about having a center working for you, it's better and definitely more economically reliable.
Clear benefits.
But for you in that period when you're 20. I was driving from 21 to 24. I was a stubborn kid, so I was like, okay, I know how to do. This is my business.
Like from age 21 to age 24.
Yes.
So you knew everything.
Absolutely.
Just like our editor, he's 23. He's stuck in that exact situation.
Yeah. So I had a big opportunity to drive with one of my best friends. So the whole crew of mine was the young guys who wanted to make money, and then we were calling each other, hyping each other, driving together.
Team driver?
Not team driving, like driving at the same truck, but we were on the phone all the time. 5 of us, 10 of us, just like having joke. We have a really big community of Serbian Macedonians, all the Balkan people. They start their journey.
All the Volvo trucks.
All the Volvo D12 trucks. So. And that's how we build our community, and then after that share our knowledge, and then the majority of them open their own carriers that they are now successful.
Natural evolution. Company driver, owner op, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 trucks.
Yes.
Get an MC.
Yes, so they are usually using the other people's MCs till they collect enough money to start the insurance and everything else. My goal was also to become a carrier, but because my goal to run a marketing agency and go towards like psychology and something that they like.
Why marketing? I mean, out of being an owner op, out of being a driver, how do you get to marketing?
It goes before that. So my goal when I was getting into a college is to do a psychology, so to study a psychology. My father.
Okay, so let me start. Actually, we should have started really from the start because I literally just met you and have no prior knowledge of your life.
That's
born and raised in Serbia?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Belgrade. Okay. Yeah.
So you wanted to do like psychology here in school?
Yeah, here, yes.
Okay, so how do you end up in America driving a truck, dude?
So we went. There was a program that all the students go. And then we just like find our way to a trucking industry.
No, but really, like how? Like, I mean, how did you just end up in America? Like,
yeah, but as I told you, there is a program like student exchange.
For driving trucks?
No, for student exchange.
Okay, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah.
So you just went over there and you're just, I'm gonna drive a truck. It is what it is. Okay, so anyways, let's get back on topic. So you go through the whole grind. You know, I'm gonna start a carrier company. Then you're like, nah, actually, I'm gonna go into marketing.
Yeah. So
you never started the carrier company.
I started, but I never actually started. We have like a couple of trucks. I have a couple of my own trucks. The whole point is I was willing to start to study psychology. That's what I like, behavior of people, why people are doing some stuff, and like what's the goal about, and how can I make you do something, and that's...
it's an interesting topic.
Yeah, so that's what they like. I don't have any hobbies. I don't ski, run, play football. I don't have any hobbies besides seeing what people are understanding humans. People. That's like only thing that I like to do. I don't have any other thing to do.
You ever watch the show Dexter?
No. I heard about it, but I never watched it.
Just go watch like the first episode or two.
Yeah, so when I was going, because I was working as a dental technician back in the days, because I was studying that in high school.
Okay, so take me through that as well. So I had a driver, you remind me of this guy. I had a driver, Serbian driver in America, driving the truck, and he ended up getting out of the truck like to finish being a dentist. Yeah. And now he's a dentist. Why is it like always truck driver, dentist? Like it's like the same stuff.
That's because it's like kind of a popular here to be a doctor or something like that. So I was a dental technician. I was working that, and then I was thinking to go to psychology. My parents didn't allow me because they're like, okay, you don't want to be the crazy one doing psychology,
because it was not it wasn't respected.
Yeah, especially like 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, especially 15 years.
Yes, especially in Serbia. So I go to the college for marketing, because that's a psychology of a consumer, so psychology with money. Yeah, and then in the meanwhile, I learned sales, and truck actually helped me a lot, because when I was in college, I was just like learning enough for me to pass by. But right now, when I was in a truck, I cannot listen to the music all day, just like not. And then I figure out Audible. And then I listened to like 150, 160 books while I was in the truck, only for marketing, business, hedge funds, how everything works.
Really
smart. So truck actually helped me to develop myself from the inside, to get the knowledge and the courage.
You're making money while you're learning.
Exactly. And like any book is like 5, 10, 15 bucks. So I get enough knowledge and courage to basically leave the truck and say, okay, here you go, the truck. Actually, I sold it to a guy that I never saw before. And before and after, I give it to the guy, I leave the keys, and I was like, pay me. I swear.
You were done, bro.
I was done. Like I said, I'm exiting the truck on 4th July, and I parked my truck. The company that I was driving with, they have 10 trucks. The guy called me and said, I have a guy, he have 5 kids, he wants to buy a truck. I was like, okay, amazing. How much money?
Like a great idea,
how much money he got? Nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Are you bad for him? Okay, perfect. I took my stuff, leave the key, sent him a text and say, okay, bro. He was like some type of priest or something like that.
Okay, wait. So a priest with 5 kids bought your truck.
Something like that. I don't think that he is like a priest, actual priest, but he was really a religious guy. Like my whole truck was like in saints and stuff like that, inside and out. He literally make it to what I heard from people, to literally mobile church. And then I heard from him then, and then I hear.
Did he pay you in the end?
Absolutely. I honestly, he was sending me the money. Honestly, I don't want to, say something bad. He sent me the money like 1,000, 2,000, 500. He sent me money, and I didn't heard from him for a while. And then when it was like Corona and the boom, like 2 years ago.
Sent you everything.
No. He called me and he asked me like, oh, can we just like sign the form so I can sell the truck to a new guy? I sold the truck. I find a picture with 800,000 miles. He sold the truck to another guy for 1.1 million miles for 8K more that I sold.
Wait, you gave it to him at 800K?
No, 800K miles. And he sold it 300,000 miles more for $8,000 more.
You gave it to him at 800. He sold it at
for $8,000 more because of the market.
2021 market.
Because it was the market, and I think I sold him for like 32 or 34 or like 40, and he sold it for like 8K more. I don't know exactly. It was like 2019.
Wow, man. Looking back on those, I like honestly reminisce on 2021. Like 15K gross on every truck. Like.
Yeah, me too. But like at the end of the day, I don't know if you remember as well, like that was also not enough. I know the guys, they're like beating themselves because they didn't make like 20 and stuff like that. I think like
every driver, man, like at a certain point, you're like, man, we did 18 last week. Why did we only do 14 this week? You only gross $9,000 after everything every week, bro. Like,
yes,
it was never enough. Like that's the human nature, right? Maybe you can discuss that. Like, why is it never enough?
But that's because we are humans. We are like but we are the weakest animals in the planet. So we get bit by a mosquito and we die. The only reason, but that's the truth. How we survived the whole life, because we collect, we gather around. It's 5 of us, community, and then on top of that, we figure out, okay, I have a stone. I can kill a bug, and then I can kill a bunny, and then I cannot kill a deer, but if I'm far enough, I can. And then we are making tools to get us better. Like in the building, like where we are at, they have like 10 stories. Like Usually it happens for two things. One, for us to solve the problem, and second, to impress the girls. So that's basically the nature of nobody made the Eiffel Tower just to show it to a buddy. They made Eiffel Tower so somebody
some girl could go
can
up
say
there
and say voila, you know.
Yeah, that's absolutely hilarious. Sorry, let's get back on topic here. Take us through Elysium. Take me through what you're doing now and just your operation these days.
Yeah, so these days we are focusing basically on building brands on social media for tracking.
Sorry, that's the funniest thing I heard. Nobody built the Eiffel Tower to show to their buddy, bro.
That's true. If they ask us, we will just like live and we'll need like a pillow.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna put the 50-inch TV on the floor, sleep on the floor. That's enough for us, dude.
Absolutely, yeah. So what we do, we are specialized in tracking the industry for social media marketing. We're going to different branches. Of course, now we are doing consulting as well. What is our specialty is making UGC videos that they are not now popular. Generating Facebook leads, Google leads, making websites. So basically,
what social media platform are you guys most specialized in? From
Instagram and Facebook for sure.
Instagram,
We spend millions of dollars in just like transportation industry generating leads, and then after that, because we see that lead is not enough, we are specialized also in recruiting. So we have some people.
What type of recruiting? Like for what positions?
So driver positions, like lease to purchase owner company.
Nice.
Usually drive-in and reefer. Flatbed is not like
Flatbed's tough. Flatbed's tough.
You know, like you need to have
Takes a
some
special driver,
yes, really
yeah.
special driver and special person who can vet them for a lot
Of course,
different
it's
things.
a lot of liability. It's a really dangerous job.
Absolutely, and like while we go a step further is basically going into the company, doing the whole scope, do the whole math, and then basically get their operation on the path where we can basically predict their behavior, because a lot of companies have like the fluctuation of the drivers. They don't have any drivers, and then they have 20 empty trucks. And then nothing, and then they have like 10 drivers sitting in the lounge, and they need to pay the hotels for them, and then half leave, and then half they hire, and then like it's a circle that nobody wants to have. So basically, by using this, by me, simple math and just like optimizing processes inside the company, our goal is to vet the drivers, see what we can change in the structure of the company with the smallest earthquakes as much as we can, and then basically generate the stability in the flow of getting the drivers in. And the most important thing for every company, retention. So retention is the key. It doesn't matter how good the truck you have, how good offer you have. Retention is the key, and that's not only a recruiter job, but also a dispatch job. So with that, we are getting inside the whole process of the hiring, satisfaction, Google reviews, how you are presented on social media, because as you know, drivers are searching for the company, and they do their own due diligence. And then if you have
my favorite part, I mean, and you'll probably agree with me on this, my favorite part is that most carriers don't have any social media.
The reason why they don't have it,
the reason that they say is we're too busy. I mean, come on. Like,
yes, but like
that's a scapegoat.
Yes, but the whole point is that some of the companies are. The branding in trucking industry is not that.
Trucking's behind in a lot of things.
Yes.
Let's just say like the simplest way. We're behind in tech, we're behind in marketing, we're behind in almost everything. We're just old school. We're stuck in our ways. It hasn't changed since the 80s and the 90s. Obviously, we're making huge leaps in technology very quickly over the past 3 years, 2 years. But we are an industry that is very behind in a lot of things.
Yes, but like you can see by demographic of the owner of successful companies. Most of them, they don't have their own personal Instagram or Facebook. Most of them are like private 35 to 45-year-old people.
Private people, yeah.
Private people, and then on top of that, the branding, like trucking, to be honest, is not the sexiest industry ever.
Yeah, and it's kind of wild to me, right? Because you're driving around a literal billboard. You have a 53 feet of space on an entire unit. You're driving around an entire billboard and it's just white. Make it make sense to me, dude.
It doesn't make any sense, but the whole point is that a lot of people don't know the value. They don't have problem to pay.
They don't see the ROI.
Yes, they don't see the ROI, and the ROI needs to be shown by two things. First thing, they like something, and that's why they brand a trailer for like $2,000. That doesn't bring them any money.
So they don't look at it.
So they can look at it and put the picture on it. And second thing is like using ads and setting up the whole system that for $375 we can bring a driver.
Yeah, they like guarantees. I mean, everyone likes guarantees, but trucking is kind of specialist. Forget.
But yes, but like, is there any company that guarantee that all the drivers will make X amount of money? No.
Yeah, but do they all say it in the orientation?
Absolutely.
Hey,
yes.
come here. I'll give you at least $4,000 a week every time, man. They come to the dispatch. I tell them every time. I don't know who told you that, dude.
Yeah, so that's a problem with recruiting. If recruiting is honest, they don't over promise.
Yeah.
Then you don't need to oversell. And then like
I was under promising in driver recruiting. I got briefly, like, I was the same as you. I didn't fit in the megas. It wasn't for me. I found my true happiness in very small operations and growing with the company. You can make a difference there, you know. And I dabbled with the driver recruiting. When I wasn't booking freight, I would be trying to recruit the driver leads that they were giving me. It was just me and the owner of the company, literally just two of us working there. And I would call the driver. They'd be like, "Are you a recruiter?" I'm like, "Nah, actually, if you work here, like, I'm also your dispatcher." And they'd be like, "Well, how much can I make?" I'm like, "Well, tell me, no Northeast, no this, no that." I would tell him, "I don't know, man, like $2,000 a week." And he's like, "It's not enough. I want 4,000, and I want to drive 3 days a week." I'm like, "Well, you're not gonna fit here, man."
Yeah, that's the whole point. So recruiters are incentivized to bring the driver because
their money is attached to that hire.
Absolutely.
They don't care about their retention. They just want their check, bro.
Because the company don't stimulate the retention. And like if the company, so what they do with the companies, they set up the sales system and also the bonus structure for the recruiters and bonus structure.
Start at the money, bro.
Absolutely, and bonus structure for dispatchers as well. Why? Because the dispatch team that burns the most amount of drivers needs to, because dispatch don't have a consequence of burning the drivers, only recruiters. So the dispatch.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, so the dispatch team.
Dispatch doesn't care. The driver quits. Like, who cares?
Where is my truck? Where is my truck?
Give me the next one.
Yeah, they're blaming to recruiters and everything else, and they don't. Nobody sees what they are doing. Even though they have a big gross, maybe they are just like overburning the drivers with their miles, with their style of dispatching, style of stock.
Even the way that they call them, man.
Absolutely. So the whole point is you need to have the both synergy between those two, and of course you need to have safety that will orientate them.
How many drivers I had quit because like I hate the safety guy. I had that phone call like 10 times.
Yeah, so there is the whole loop, because you need to understand that you are not in trucking industry, you are in recruiting industry. So trucking industry is actually how can I bring the best fit for my company that will serve the service that I can provide. Some company can give you 5,000 miles, some company can give you 2,500 miles, and you can make the same amount of money, but you need to vet the driver, because the driver who can drive 2,000 miles will not fit, and vice versa. So you need to find your avatar, see the company goals and wishes, and then recruiter needs to repel, actually, even though that sounds bad, but they need to repel the bad people because of the turnover.
Hey man, it's the same thing. Not every customer is a good customer.
Absolutely.
That's it's the truth, right? You need to repel the drivers that aren't going to fit. You need to repel the guys that say, "Hey man, I want to drive 300 miles a day." Well, like, that's cool. Then maybe, that you'll fit somewhere, but you're not going to fit here. And, you need to be honest about those things and not bring in just every single person and see what they're going to do.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of big companies, like the big 5, big 6 companies.
Nice.
They're paying like 30 cents a mile, and they're like not paying you anything, but they still have like 20,000 drivers. How? Like the small companies are competing, I will give you 10, 15, 20. No, the whole point is in reliability is the only problem of a trucking. And every truck driver, if they know that they're going to make like $1,000 every week, I don't care. They don't want to fluctuate.
Exactly when they want to be
Absolutely. They don't have fluctuation in the checks. They cannot plan their future. They cannot plan their holidays. They cannot plan the gifts for their family.
Of course.
So if you promise...
job security is something everybody wants in life.
That's a life security, because they are putting their life on the field for their family most of the time, or for some of their future goals. If you have somebody who want to buy a Lamborghini, go and make $10,000.
I have somebody sitting right there behind the camera.
Absolutely. If you want somebody who want to buy a Lamborghini right now, okay, go to $10,000 company, drive crazy miles. But there is like 90% of the drivers right now, they're drivers that drive for 5-10 years. They just like want something stable, make like $15,000, $2,000, go home, see their kids, be there on holidays. They are not
they want it to be a normal job.
They cannot
Monday
drive.
To Friday.
They cannot drive 800 miles. But if your company is like that, if you have that type of loads, if you want reliability,
then it's a fit.
Amazing. But if your company is let's get down to business. You need to repel that driver because they will leave your equipment, they will leave you bad review, and they will tell bad things about you. And all of that, that's 10 times worse than if you say, sorry, you're not perfect fit for us. If you say
it was
no,
that easy,
no, if you say that to somebody, he'll say, okay, these guys were honest, but I have a cousin that's 23-year-old crazy guy. Let's send him to a Serbian company.
He wants to work 7 days a week. He wants the Lamborghini.
He don't want to go home for 6 weeks. He just break up with the girlfriend. He needs to stay on the road. Okay, let's make 20, 30K a month or in 6 weeks. So by you repelling the people that you don't like, they at least know what you're worth. Because if the no is the strongest word ever, because if you say yes to everything, you are nothing. So if you say no, you put your boundaries around it, and then people know where to put you in their circle or jaws of the life.
That's actually really good advice, man. I mean, any kind of closing things about your company? Who are your customers? Who are you looking for? Just sort of elevator pitch as we get out of here.
Yeah, elevator pitch is simple. We are working with companies, 40 trucks and plus. What we are specializing in is actually somebody who already have a team that we can provide leads for them and nurture them as well. So we can set up the system and software that we have in place. So a lot of companies have 10, 20,000 leads from previous working on Facebook ads or from some other sources. We will explain them and teach them and work hands-on with them, how they can reactivate the leads that they have so they can bring the drivers, and as well how they can expand the retention of their existing drivers so they can plan their future buying, their equipment, and
their scalability.
Their scalability basically with their offices, their growth, their discounts for fuel, their factoring, their price for trucks, so everything else that goes with it. We need to put them in a place of certainty. And how we do it? We do that with bringing the quality drivers, filter them through the system and people that they have already, and try to expand the retention.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, thank you for coming by, man. It was really great to meet you, and I look forward to keeping in touch with you.
Absolutely, sure.
Acid based here with Marco. Acid based here with Frank.
So we're here with Marina.
I'm here with Sam. Acid based here with Samir. Freight carrier sitting with Fook. Acid based here with Duke. Acid based here with Augie. Acid based here with Hector. Acid based here with Dayan.